Hi guys, it's Michelle, and obviously I did not post this weekend. I decided I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you don't, you should. But I was posting about wondering if it's better for me to not post on the weekends, because I kind of liked the vibe of having 2 days to do more research so I could make better videos. And also I feel like my videos have been kind of repetitive with the same series and stuff, and I love my series and stuff like that, and I know a lot of you guys like it too, but I felt like it was a little bit repetitive, doing the same thing. So I figure if I only do 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday, that would be better, because once again it won't be so repetitive, and also I will have more time to do research for you guys and do better videos in general, because I'll have a little bit more time. Also, I'm a full-time college student as well. It just was getting a little bit much, a little bit much. So I was like, alright, I kind of like this vibe. So that's what, I don't know if I'll ever bring back Saturdays and Sundays, maybe when I'm done with school, but that's not for another year. So today's video is going to be a celebrity conspiracy theory. I have quite a few interesting theories that I want to share with you guys, so let's get into it. So the first conspiracy theory is kind of a bit of an add-on to a recent conspiracy theory that we have talked about in the past. So we previously have touched on the idea of Kanye being a clone. I have an entire video about Kanye West conspiracy theories. I will link it in the description box below if you have not seen it, because it's pretty interesting and it goes along with this theory, and it would just be too much to explain that whole theory over again. But basically it's the idea that Kanye was replaced with an Illuminati clone. And it kind of makes sense, especially when you look at this picture. This picture surfaced all over the internet, and you guys were tagging me in it like fucking crazy, because people are saying that that does not look at all like Kanye, but obviously he's with Kim, so it is Kanye. But who the fuck is that? Because that shit don't look like Kanye to me. Girl, what? So people are speculating that this is Kanye's clone. Basically think that Kanye is a clone because of his behavioral change. He changed a lot, he went to the hospital, and it was all so dramatic, but honestly you guys have to just watch the video because it's too much to even explain right now. I literally had to do a double take whether or not that was Kanye, but it is kind of interesting to think that maybe he died and was replaced by a clone, or maybe he faked his own death and replaced himself with a clone. Who knows? The next conspiracy theory that we're going to talk about deals with Jennifer Lawrence. So there was a time where everyone was seemed to be obsessed with Jennifer Lawrence, and people loved her because she was quirky and relatable and awkward. I used to like her, and then I've heard some things about her personally, that she was done to some of my friends who are also YouTubers, and that just kind of left me with a bad impression of her, that maybe she's not as cool and down to earth as she seems. And this conspiracy theory is kind of more of a idea. It's really short. It's basically that she faked when she fell at the Oscars because she wanted to keep up her relatability. I actually really believe this, because to me it makes a lot of sense, because she is that was her quirk, and people were oh, she's so relatable, LOL. Jennifer Lawrence, where's the pizza? People loved her because she was relatable and quirky and different, you know what I mean? So it would make sense for her to kind of stumble by the Oscars and kind of fall to make herself seem even more relatable, even though she is literally a huge celebrity who is winning an Oscar. And I kind of believe it, because like I said, if you're somebody who's quirky and relatable, just kind of an awkward person, and I don't know, they made her seem kind of awkward and funny, I feel you wouldn't be such a dick to other people. Yet I've heard a lot of shit about Jennifer Lawrence, and there's a lot of YouTubers who have even done exposing celebrities video, rude celebrities, and they talked about her. So I don't know, I kind of believe it. And the next conspiracy theory is all about Beyonce's twins. So Beyonce recently gave birth to twins named Rumi and Sir. People have been speculating the meaning behind these two names. The name Sir has kind of less relevance, I guess, to the Illuminati than Rumi, so we'll talk about Sir first. But basically people think that maybe the baby's name is Sir because that's what Jay-Z is possibly referred to when he's being talked to by the rest of the Illuminati. People think he's referred to as Sir. I don't know, that one's a little bit of a stretch. However, Rumi is actually kind of weird, because there was a 13th century poet who was named Rumi, who apparently had some involvement or wrote about the Illuminati in some type of way enough to make an Illuminati Twitter account. Use a quote from him in April of 2017, which was months before the baby name was even revealed. So that's just kind of weird in general that like some type of something with like the Illuminati is like that baby's name, and it's not like it's like Sarah or like some like random name. Like it's like a very specific name, so it's kind of weird that an account would post that months before the baby name was even revealed. I don't know. The next conspiracy theory we're going to talk about is about Prince Harry. Prince Harry is from the royal family, obviously, and people speculate whether or not Prince Charles was actually his father. Princess Diana was said to have an affair with a man called James Hewitt, and people believe that he could potentially be the father of Prince Harry because he oddly looks a lot like Prince Harry. I mean, I don't know if I really believe this theory, but he kind of fucking does. Like, I don't know, the pics look like they could be father and son, but what do you guys think? Next conspiracy theory I find super interesting, and it is all about Keanu Reeves. Basically, the conspiracy theory goes that Keanu Reeves is actually immortal and that he keeps changing his, I guess, like name and stuff and his identity in order to like continue on throughout his life, because it's completely like it's forever. Like he's just gonna live forever. And this was kind of a jokey one, except for actually, I don't know, it gets a little bit interesting, but stick with me. Basically, the two most famous and popular identities that people believe that Keanu was in the past is, first of all, Charlemagne, who Keanu has kind of a striking resemblance to Charlemagne. Like, he kind of looks a lot like him. Something interesting about Charlemagne's death is that he crowned his son just before dying, almost as though he knew he was going to die. I don't know, that's pretty weird. It's almost as though his death was like planned. Maybe he didn't even die, and apparently his burial service was very rushed, so that's kind of weird. However, for me, even more weird is the resemblance between him and Paul Monet. It's literally fucking insane, and Paul Monet was active between 1847 and 1922, and very weirdly, he allegedly died in 1922, however, his body was never found. So that's kind of the weird one. I think he really does look like Paul Monet. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, he really looks like him. So that's kind of weird. And also, it's based on the fact that Keanu Reeves has not aged since, like, these pictures of, like, 1994 versus 2008. Like, he literally looks like the same, like, no age difference at all. It's crazy. Next conspiracy theory has to do with the character, the Joker. Joker is the iconic character from Batman. However, a lot of people believe that the Joker actually possesses the actors who play him. Now, this is pretty interesting because the actors themselves have spoke upon this theory and actually believe it. We're going to be talking about Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, and Jared Leto today. So Jack Nicholson said that he had a lot of struggles when he was playing the Joker and that he felt very weird, and he actually warned Heath Ledger about this. However, Heath Ledger still took on the role, but it was very well known he suffered deep psychological issues while he was playing the Joker, which caused him to only sleep for 2 hours a night. He even blamed this on playing the Joker, and he said that his character got inside of his head and wouldn't let go, which is just so, I don't know, it's so fucking weird. And also the fact that Heath Ledger sadly died at the age of 28 is just kind of crazy that you could maybe chalk it up to the fact that it could be because he played the Joker and he took on this role. Even weirder, Jared Leto spoke out about this kind of theory, saying that he struggled with the role himself and it made him kind of a weird person, like in a way, like he was kind of tormenting his castmates, and he would even send people like dead like animal body parts, which is just so freaky. And he said that it was really out of character for him, but like the Joker, just, it's like almost like the Joker made him do it. This creeps me out so fucking much because you see people play villains all the time, and like the Joker, yes, is like an iconic villain, and I feel like all these actors must have really just like got into the role, but like a lot of actors get into a lot of roles that like don't affect their lives like that. Like, that's scary. Like, that's at the point where it's borderline what is going on with that like role. I don't know. I really don't know. What if like something is possessing like anybody who just takes on that role? it freaked me out. Especially that the actors like all like vouch for it. They're like, yep, this is fucking weird. This is what's going on. Like, that's fucking creepy. The last conspiracy also kind of has something to do with Batman. It basically surrounds Lil Wayne, and it's a Twitter conspiracy theory that I found from the user at KevinM_1421. So I saw this conspiracy thread and I thought it was super fucking weird and interesting and just crazy. But it basically surrounds Lil Wayne, and it also surrounds the shooting that happened in Colorado back in 2012 that was at the midnight screening of the Batman film The Dark Knight Rises. On July 20th, 2012, James Holmes went to the premiere of Batman The Dark Knight Rises and opened fire, sadly killing 12 innocent people. You might be asking, like, how the fuck does Lil Wayne connect into this? And this is really fucking weird because just 3 days before the shooting on July 17th, 2012, Lil Wayne released his music video for My Homie Still, and in the music video, Lil Wayne is in a movie theater and you can count exactly 12 skeletons in the seats around Lil Wayne, which is just, I don't know, like the coincidence of that is so fucking strange. Like, to me, like, that's just, I don't know, that's really fucking weird. Not only that, but out of the 12 people in the actual shooting in Aurora, Colorado, 5 of them were women, and this picture is from Lil Wayne's music video, which is also a really weird number coincidence. Another thing that happened in Lil Wayne's music video is a girl was seen kind of wearing like a Batman looking mask kind of thing. I don't know, kind of looks like a bird, kind of looks like Batman. Either way, it's kind of fucking weird, and the numbers just like really freak me out. But I don't think Lil Wayne has anything to do with it, obviously. I think that if anything, like, if they're actually connected, it's because of like the Illuminati or something deeper, because I think the Illuminati has a lot to do with the music industry, so that would make a lot more sense than Lil Wayne just like doing it for no reason. But yeah, those are the conspiracy theories that I'm going to be talking about today. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what other conspiracy theories you want to see from me, and make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every single day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!